if I don't have anything to do on Pro Tools, I'm not looking at the screen. You know, if music is playing back, you know, I'm not sitting down. I'm walking around the room. You know, if you know, there's a tracking going on out in the live room, you know, I'll occasionally just look at, you know, glance at the screen just to make sure we're recording and everything's fine. But aside from that, you know, I really try to like, you know, mentally make a note that like, you know, staring at Pro Tools screens kind of shows your nervousness. If, you know, if I'm listening back and it's like, oh, you know, like maybe I should have, you know, compressed this different way, or like, you know, maybe I should have EQ'd, like, you know, I'm not gonna be stopping the session to do that. You know, my job is to keep the session running, and you know, keep kind of focus on the big picture. You know, when I was an assistant engineer and like, you know, working on the Keith Richards sessions, you know, probably half the songs came up that way. You know, that it started with a jam. You know, literally, you know, Keith and Steve Jordan, the producer and the drummer for these sessions, you know, kind of, you know, they talked over one thing, you know, something sparked, they, you know, they referenced an old Marvin Gaye record or something, and then, you know, things spark and they just run into the recording room and start recording, and, you know, there's no excuse not to be ready. So it's like, yeah, you have to just, you know, yeah, no, I'm like, I'm still in my point of my career where, you know, it's just like, you know, I'm still building my confidence as far as, you know, mixing and you know, like, you know, it's still an exploration for me. Like, you know, you know, it's not like these recording engineers, they show up and, you know, everything's on their side. Like, I'm scared to death every session. I'm still, you know, like, always second guessing myself. You know, it'll probably take, you know, another 15 years for me to, you know, yeah, get to these guys' levels that, you know, people that I look up to, and, you know, it's, you know, with similar confidence and, you know, nonchalantness, and, you know, I'm still scared to death every session. Okay. I've had amazing experiences here. You know, anyone from, you know, Kendrick Lamar to, you know, to Bon Jovi, to, you know, all, you know, it's the whole spectrum. A dream artist I'd love to work with, who's still with us right now. You know, this will stay a dream, you know, but I'd love to record ABBA's comeback album, man. If that ever happens, please call me. You know, like, yeah, that'll be so cool if that happened, you know. But that's definitely a dream, because that you know, they're all four of them are still alive, but that's definitely like is, you know, 0.00% happening. So if there was one artist, dead or alive, if I can record, you know, passed away recently, but it probably would have been Chuck Berry, because I would say, you know, because I got to be on, you know, sessions with Keith Richards, you know, and boy, oh boy, he has stories about, you know, Chuck, and that kind of like turned me back onto just his genius of it all. And like, you know, yeah, that's someone you know, kind of a generic answer, but, you know, that would have been so cool.